Hello everyone, myself Ketan Bhavsar, Assistant Professor in AG Engineering College, Ahmedabad. In today's session, we discuss about AMBA protocol, that what exactly the protocol is and what exactly the AMBA protocol is from embedded system in unit number 2, device and communication buses. So now, what exactly the meaning of a bus? The system bus. What exactly the meaning of system bus? Or what exactly the meaning of bus? See, bus means what? That you can communicate with the number of devices, you can transmit the data, right? So basically, the main goal of the bus is that in terms of the communication point of view or in terms of the embedded system point of view, it provides a connection or configuration between software to the hardware. Means it provides one bridge that how we can communicate software with the hardware. So primary goal of a simple system is to allow the software to communicate with the other hardware in the system. So main objective is very clear, to provide a communication. Now we're talking about a processor. So what is processor? See, reduced instruction set based embedded processor that communicate with external hardware into two simple instruction set. If you're talking about the RISC, see there are the two type of instruction set. If we're talking about reduced instruction set computer, if we're talking about the complex instruction set computer, so basically we have two types. In terms of the RISC base, it's a reduced instruction set computer. Basically, it communicates with only two simple instructions. What exactly the instruction is? So basically, as you can see, there are the two instructions, load and store. In terms of the load, the copy a word of data from a specific address to the local register. Means we are taking the data, we are taking a word from a specific address to the local register. In terms of the storing operation, copy a word of data from a local register to a specific address. So basically, in this both the operation we have to deal with the data and address in terms of register point of view, because addresses play a main role that we can know that where exactly our data is stored. And similarly, in that particular manner, the data is play a main role that where exactly our data, or we can say that the word is stored. So load operation and store operation. So when we're talking about a reduced instruction set computer, then we have to take care of this particular two types of two module configuration. See, as you can see this particular diagram of a embedded processor. Now if we're talking about the normal diagram of embedded processor, so here you can see we are mainly focusing on two parts. Processor portion, memory controller, DRAM and cache memory. What exactly the meaning of cache memory is there? See, cache memory is very clear, and cache memory is generally we can say that the nearest memory to the processor. So when you're talking about the cache memory, then ultimately we are dealing with the nearest one. So when we purchase any processor, when we purchase any laptop or any devices, so cache memories play a main role. Because of the cache memory, your system performance became much more faster because the image of that particular data is stored on one particular location. Similarly, in terms of the memory controller part, we are talking about the DRAM base. It's a dynamic RAM configurations. In terms of the memory controller, it play a main role. What exactly the role of a DRAM? It's a similar manner to control a memory portions, right? If you're talking about a normal USB, like we're talking about the pen drive. So if the pen drive have a capacity to, to copy the data only 1 GB, then you cannot copy the data more than 1 GB. So memory controller will decide that particular type of configuration, that it is allowable or not available. Okay. So this one is a basic diagram, or we can say that architecture of an embedded processor. Now we're talking about the AMBA. Now see the advanced microcontroller bus architecture. What is protocol? The first question arises in our mind. So protocol is very clear. Protocol means what? It provides the conductivity or communications between a software to the hardware. It provides one bridge, that how our hardware can recognize the software and how recognize that particular communicate with the hardware. So the two unknown person, two unknown devices, one is a software and one is a hardware, that it can be communicate with help of the computer. right? So AMBA is very clear. It's provide the advanced microcontroller bus architecture created by ARM to enable the standardization interface to the embedded processor. Actually, it's a three standard: APB, AHB, and AXI. Or very commonly, it is using IP cores. What is IP core? IP core means what? It is an intellectual property of the system. If you're talking about the IP core, then it provides a specific type of connectivity. It provides a specific type of configurability that devices can start communication. Now, APB, AHB, and AXI. Basically, APB is generally using normal mode operation. It's a simple bus. Complex bus is really used in terms of provide the conductivity in terms of the complex architecture, and similarly in terms of AXI bus is using NOC. What is NOC? NOC stands for the network on chip. Means if you want to communicate with a large number of data, if you communicate with a large number of files, if you want to communicate with a large number of configurations, so that can be possible with help of a NOC. NOC means a network on chip. If you're talking about the latest embedded board, like Raspberry Pi is there, Beacon board is there, Panda board is there. So this board is self on NOC. Why it's an NOC? Because the particular system that can be communicated with any IP addresses, and that particular board have an ability to control the data. It have their own RAM, ROM configuration, own protocol, own configuration with the HDMI, USB port configuration. So these are the advantages of AMBA protocol. These are the advantages of this type of NOC chips, because in upcoming years, right now the system is going on the NOC side, right? Because you can communicate with the number of chips, you can communicate with the number of data, you can communicate with the number of boards. So that can be possible with help of a NOC only. Okay. So now we're talking about the normal operation, that which type of operation is going on. So here for the APB operation means we are talking about operation in terms of APB side or APB based AMBA bus. In APB bus, we can see the controller and a processor. Target addresses means we have to first of all identify the target addresses, that which type of addresses that we have to store the data. Like in normal our 8051 kit, we are starting with the C2 000, means we have to starting address with 2000 to 102010. So these are the number of addresses as per the instruction that you are going on. But for the basic reduced instruction set, we have only two operations that we already seen: load data and then we have to operate the data. Right. So basically here you can see the target addresses in terms of the controller and processor, transaction type, then which type of transaction is going on. Then we have to record the address, that where exactly your data save or where exactly your data you have to put. Operational for a synchronous asynchronous implementation portion, that where exactly our data will be stored, and then we have to read the data and write the data. So these are the general operations that we have to going on in terms of the AMBA or APB operations. So you have to target the address, transaction type, which type of data is there, address decoder in terms of the encoder side and decoder side, asynchronous operation, then read and write operation. So basically to perform any type of configurations, we have to follow the these steps. Simple bus advantage is that what exactly the advantage is if you're talking about the AMBA protocol. It's simple to implement, easy to understand, simple programming module, easy to add a new hardware, blocks and minimum hardware requirements. So basically these are the advantages of bus. Means you can implement easily because ultimately you have to communicate with the 8-bit data. Means at a time you can communicate with the 8 type channels. After that, it's easy to understand that what exactly your data is. Simple programmable modules means you can easily program with help of the C and C++ languages. So there is no need to understand and learn some new or advanced languages. Simple programmable module, easy to add a new hardware blocks. Means what? See, if you go with the Arduino board, right? So Arduino software have one ability that that particular software have one modules or have one features that you can add number of libraries. You can add the number of headers. With help of that particular feature, you can communicate with any devices that you don't know how to operate it. You don't know how to create the library. You don't know how to operate the library. So it can be possible with the help of this type of modules. See, there are some limitation also when you see what exactly limitation of bus is. As you can see, single master have a limited parallelization or parallelization. What is parallelization? Parallelization means what you can at a time communicate with and how many type of devices. It's called as a parallelization. In terms of the single master, you can communicate only one chip at a time. But in terms of the parallel, you can communicate with the multiple chips. But definitely, there are some limitations if you're talking about the buses. Either you can communicate with the 8, either you can communicate with 16, either you can communicate with 64, or either you can communicate with only 256. So when you're talking about limitations of the parallelizations, then you have some certain limitations also. Then you're talking about the scalability. Means you have to suffer from the loaded the data. It takes some time also. And because of a number of devices connected, you can see the poor throughput and multi-threaded performance bottleneck. So basically the performance wise also varying because of these certain limitations. Now advantages, if you're talking about the advantages, so relatively easy to add a new blocks that I already told you. Have a familiar with the bus structure, low hardware cost, arbitration. What is arbitration? See, arbitration means what? It set the priority. When one processor have a number of peripherals is connected and at the same time number of peripherals is want access of processor. So processor have one device, it's called as arbitration. Based on the priority of the task, it will allow a data on it. This data will start communication or not. Disadvantages, if you're talking about the disadvantages, so as you can see, the buses that require the arbitration must route single to the arbitration logic and blocks, must find a fair way to share the buses. Slave are not always available, as I already told you. Difficulty to provide a performance guarantee. Still does not scale when the blocks are available or not available at that time, and bandwidth problem because of the number of devices is connected. So I hope that you are getting the idea of what exactly the AMBA protocol is, how you can start the communication with any type of the processor and controller. Still, if you have any doubt which is related to the AMBA protocol or which is related to the any type of the protocol, if you're talking about the serial, parallel and wireless, then you can feel free to contact me. So thank you for watching.